Good morning, everyone. Lovely to see you all this morning. Sorry, I had a bit of trouble getting on this morning. And now I've got all sorts of trucks going past, which doesn't help. But hey, we're here, and that's what matters. So, what's been happening? Just the same stuff as normal. A card class on the 25th of October, which is a kit class. And that kit is, if I could remember, I would be fine, which I can't. Anyway, one with the cards on it. That'll be the one that we're using in the kit. So there we go. Hi, Kim. How are you? I'm a bit dithery at the moment. Trying to get on time, and yeah, I was a bit late, but that's okay. I'm sure you'll all forgive me. Alrighty. So, hi, Suzanne? How are you? Good to see you. We're supposed to be having storms here today, and the clouds are starting to build up. So, hi, Roz. I hope you've all had a great weekend. Mine's been fairly quiet. We had some visitors yesterday afternoon, which was lovely. Other than that, we didn't really do much over the weekend. So, and I'd like to say that I practiced all sorts of cards, but I didn't. I did, though. I did fill my white ink pad. I've never done one before. So there you go. Even remembered my teaspoon. So I did do that this morning. Alrighty, so this week I'm going to try and focus on black with hints of colour or splashes of colour and metallics. So we'll just see how that goes. Alrighty, let me go down to the desk. I think I'm having mind blank this morning. There we go. And our quote this morning is, she believed she could, so she did. That's all of us. We all believe we can, so we do. Alrighty. So I'm going to be using black. I'm going to be using metallics. And I'm going to be using colour. So let's see how we do today. Now, the first card that I'm going to do, today's card, I just happened to be going through, my subscriptions, the people that I follow, and Silver Stimple Boom had just done this gorgeous card, and I thought I can start with that one. So this one's all on her. I'll just grab some black. What I do have to be careful of here is that I don't run out of black, because I didn't check how much I had before I came in here. I've got enough for today. I've got enough for a couple of days, if not more. So, hi Debbie, how are you? So what we're going to do, we're going to start off with, this is obviously the A4 black. So we're not going, I think I've got Gremlins. A box that was right over the back has just fallen off the front. Oh well. That's nothing unusual for me. So we're actually going to be able to get two cards out of this one. So if I get a move on, we might even be able to make two cards. So I'm going to chop this at 29 centimeters, which just means taking a little bit off the top, off there. So that's all I'm sort of taking off of there. And then we are going by 10.5 centimeters. People, you're going to need to remind me that I'm working in centimeters. Okay, so we've got 10.5 centimeters. That's our card. We're then going to score that at 14.5. That will give us a score through the middle. So we can fold our card like that. Oh, Debbie, has your mum not been well? That's not good. Oh, dear. Well, I hope everything goes well. I hope the report comes back okay. Alrighty, so, and you haven't had any either, Kim. My goodness. I don't know. Alrighty, so we now have this card cut like this. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut this in half just down to this line, and then I'm going to remove that top part. So down to the line, I'm going to cut at 5.25. Okay, what's 2.2? What am I doing? 5.25, I should say. My goodness, that's a bit difficult. Anyway, so we've cut down there, and I'm just cutting down to the center line. Oh yeah, that looks about half, doesn't it? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold that bit back, and then I'm going to take off this top bit. No news is good news, yes. Oh, that's not good, Debbie. Okay, so I'm just going to take off that piece there, like that. So we have a spare piece. And this is what we're left with. Okay, so there is to be an insert, and I'm just trying to decide. I think I will do it in white simply because it's easier to stamp on and what have you. So let me do the bigger insert. Thank you, Lorraine. And I don't have a larger. Let me see what I do have here. What are these? Oh yeah, that one will work. So we'll have that for the insert. So my inserts are usually 5.5 by 3 3/4. That's inches. So that's probably what this is. Actually, it's by 5.5. So yeah, 5.5 by 3 3/4. So it's just a little bit different to what it normally is. Hi, Glenda. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. So that'll be my insert. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is grab some designer series paper, and I think today I will do red. Now this one is from Trash Bang Wallet. Everything's falling around. Seasons of Elegance, and that is still current. Okay, so still current. This DSP, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's one of the specialty papers. It's been around for a little bit, but it's still really, really popular. So I need a 13.5 by 4.5 centimeter strip. I really want something straight down the middle here. So I'm going to be a bit naughty, and I'm going to cut. What am I going to do? I'm going to cut a 4 centimeter strip away so that I can use it later, and it's still got some of the gold on it. And now I'm going to cut 4.5. centimeters, Lorraine. I know I've always loved this paper right from the start. I've always loved it. So we've got 4.5 by 13.5. Now we might even, we'll see how we go, but we might even be able to make 2 cards today. And then I'm going to cut this into 4.5 centimeter squares. So, oh, sorry, 3. So that's 1, 2, and that should be the 3. There may be a tad to come off there, but no. Alrighty, so that's what we've got for there. So I sort of had a little bit of a play, but not much. I'll put that in after. Oh no, I better put that in now actually. So I will pop that in now, and we're all going to, be very thoughtful when I have to stamp it later. If I stamp it, but I will. I'll put something in there. Alrighty, so I am just going to do this. I did think about doing this half and half, and you know what? I might even do that in one later, but just for now, I'm going to pop that one down there, and that is going to go across there like that. Now, the other thing that we're going to need is a piece of card to go across the middle here. Well, how wide would I want that? Let me have a little look-see, because I put 1 inch, but that might be too wide. No, about 1 inch. So I'm going to grab some red. From my packets. And look at that. We have a strip, and that is the right red, I believe. Or does it need to be this one? That one. Okay. And is that going to be long enough? It most certainly is. So I'm going to cut this at 14.5 centimeters. It's not going to be far off that, I don't think. Oh, look at that. That's why I like scraps. And I'm just going to do this. Sorry, I'm going to change this to inches. We'll make it 2.5 centimeters then, which gives me about 1 inch. .5 centimeters is 1 inch, I believe. Alrighty, this is going to sit across here, but I'm going to pop that through the embossing folder. And just for this one, I'm going to put it through. I think I'll put it through the flowers, because I think the top might be a bit plain unless we decide to have a bit of a play with that. Hi, Sue. How are you today? Good to see you. Alrighty. So I'm just going to pop this through the center here. This is the Glass and Gardens. I absolutely love this one. Nice little narrow one. And take your number 2 plate out, Lorraine, or you're not going to get it through there. Okay, so I'll just pop that through. Oh, that's so cute. Look at that. Love it. So did anybody do anything special at the weekend? Hi, Holly. Lovely to see you. Sorry, I have another subscriber. So the last time I looked, I was on 108, I think. Alrighty, so I'm going to pop this straight across that middle section there. It's so lovely of you all to keep me informed. I don't think to look at it. Usually I look at it on a Tuesday because we have a meeting and we tell, you know, what figures we've got and what we've got happening and that sort of thing. So I always check it on a Tuesday. Hi, Kerry. Lovely to see you. All righty, so now we have this. It looked dark there for a minute. It's the closeness of the thing. So this is what we've got at the moment. Now these lovely little pieces here, we're going to put up here. But we're going to pop them up on dimensionals, okay? I'm still thinking that it might be a good idea to put some card behind them. And in fact, oh, you saw it 107? Okay. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to cut another piece the same size as that DSP, because as much as that's fairly solid, when I'm lifting stuff up, I like it to be on card. So that's what I'm going to do. So 13.5 centimeter strip. Let's see if I can. 13.5 by 4.5. So let me do that. Is that straight? It's not actually going to show, but that's okay. It's just I prefer to have that little bit of stability. And now I'm going to cut this into the 3 pieces of 4.5. So 1. You don't have to do this. This is just me. I always feel if it's going to go in the mail or something like that, it does need that little bit of extra stability. Can't talk this morning either. So there's my pieces. I'm just going to glue the DSP onto these only because it's pretty on that side too, isn't it? Some of these papers were just gorgeous. And I'm glad these aren't going. I like these for Christmas cards as well. So it's good to know that I can actually grab another pack. There we go. So there's one. It totally covers the you're working on your September cards. Oh, okay. Well, ladies on our Happy Mail list, today there is Happy Mail going out. I eventually finished everything and I got it to go in the mail. So there you go. So it will be on its way. Yes, they are absolutely good for autumn leaves or fall leaves. And I was watching another video. Anyone would think I spent my life watching videos. I watched another video last night, which I am definitely going to show you guys. because I loved it. Let me see what I've got here. That's little ones. I've got lots of enders. So maybe I've cut some here. Maybe I'll just use some of these. Whoops. Don't do that to me. Have I cut these? Maybe not. Of course, I've got the biggest pair of scissors in the world, haven't I? I think I cut the longer sides, bigger sides. I usually like to leave these for if I've got long areas to do. But I can break my own rules. Where's my mouse? Let me bring my mouse down. Oh, that is early, Debbie. I couldn't believe that. I was so worried that it was going to take 4 or 5 weeks to get there. And I said to Suzanne that I hoped it got there on time. Oh, what are we, over a month early? But hey, you can have 2 birthdays. So I'm going to just pop these on now. I like to do the ends. We're just leaving a very, very small gap, but I like to do the 2 end pieces first. That way then we get an equal middle piece. 1, 2, 3. And I'm really not organized because all you girls have already been sending them, and I literally have not got around to it. So I was starting to feel quite, my husband said to me, you need to get those done. All righty. Tinsy little border on that end as well. Now, hopefully, yeah, see, it only just, probably won't see any border at all in the middle. Which is fine. But I just feel that little bit of stability on the back makes a big difference. Silly, shouldn't I? I should have used all the corner bits. All right, so then this piece is going to go in there, and you hardly see any gap between it. But there is a tiny bit. You know what? I'm just looking at that and I'm thinking you could save yourself all sorts of trouble and just do a strip. You really could. So, yeah. However, you can see that, that it's split. So it's not. So that's how the card will sit. That's how it looks. Now, before I started, I did play around a little bit because I was thinking, what am I going to do for a decoration? Now, I quite like that as a decoration. I'm also going to grab I might just do You Are Awesome because I like that. And I'm just wondering what to put it onto. So let me have a little look. What's that new one that I just got? Peaceful. Peacefulness. Oh, those are a bit big. Maybe not that one. Just trying to find one that's got a small enough. What about textured notes with the small one in there? Let's have a little look, see. Oh, hang on, that's not the right size, is it? I have to remember that. That might just fit in there. Let's see, that'll definitely fit in this one. But is that going to be... Oh no, we might do that. Let's do that. So my other thought was to do a red and gold flower or a red and black flower. But I think it all works pretty much. So I'm going to cut a piece of white. I don't think we can really get away from the white. Oh, actually, no. Let me think. I could cut. Let me cut this. Do you know what I realized? I have no black ink. I know that I had some stays on, but it would have been about 15 years old. So if I, bother. So if I still had it, it was probably no good anyway. So yeah, I'm going out to buy some today. Let me just wipe that over. All this out of here. I want the gold. What's that one? That one's silver. That one's gold. We will get You Are Awesome out of here. And pop that on a block. Wish me luck with this, for goodness sake. All right. It's a bit far down, but I think it'll do. Pop some gold on there. You wouldn't think that I'd actually used that embossing buddy, would you? Sorry, I'm out of the... Just trying to clear up around... Just around the edges. And then I will grab this and these tweezers, because when I use the other ones, I drop it. Move that out of the way. Let's heat this. Sorry for the noise. Yeah, that's it, isn't it, Sue? It's, you know, finding the time. There we go. We can see that changing. You can see where I've not brushed it all off. But hey, there we go. Let me just pop this back in here before I end up with it all over the table. Okay. So I had a look in at the postal prices yesterday, I think it was. And for those in Australia, if you're on a pension, I don't know if it's just an age pension or if it's a disability pension as well. I'm not sure. but you can apply, and you get this postal card. And what happens then is that you get, I think you get one free card of stamps. It's local stamps. It's for Australia. It's not for overseas. And you get then throughout the year, I think you can get 3 or 5 or something or the other cheaper packets of cards. But also here, around about October, it usually starts, all our Christmas stamps go down to really quite cheap, even for overseas. So, you know, and the thing is, if you've bought Christmas stamps and it gets to January, February, you can actually still use them. Ah, okay, yep. Yeah. I'm pretty lucky, like if I really need something in a hurry, my husband will go for me. But just looking for that. Where's that? Here. I just want to give this a little bit of shape. So all I'm doing is using the ball. I've got a large ball end on there, and I'm just popping that down. And I'm going to pop, I've done a black one as well. So these are out of, what are they out of? Impressions of Bloom. And I just did the more spiky flower because I thought it would, you know, sort of, I'd be able to see it better. This is where I really wish that we had brads, because I loved brads, absolutely loved them. They did so much. See, that could have really been smaller, but it doesn't matter. We've still got that little bit there. Do you think I should put some red under that? Do you think I should do the bigger one? I think I should do the bigger one and put some red under it, because it looks a bit weird. The trouble is, the next size up is huge. Next size up is, maybe I'll just use my brain instead and just cut a piece a little bit bigger than that. So where's my red again? Let's have this. Was that red, wasn't it? I should get it out of there. And all right, so this little bit, yes, that is local stamps that are cheaper, but we also get you get 50 stamps a year on the pension. Use 2 stamps on a letter or a card. That's right, Suzanne. Yeah. And I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm just giving this a small red border. I'm not even measuring. I'm just cutting. I suppose I should measure. Well, this one is, say, 2 and 3/4. So if I do this one, 2 and 5/8. What am I doing? You want it bigger, Lorraine, not smaller. Okay, so let's do it. That's not going to work. Get another piece. Get another piece. Let's get a longer piece. There we go. All right, so what did I say that one was? 2 and 3/4. So we'll make this 2 7/8. And I would say it's 1 1/4 thick. So we'll do 1 3/8. Perfect, that'll do. And I think that'll look better than just sticking that black on there. I really do. And will I? No, I'll put this down flat and then I'll pop the whole thing up. I have my grandchildren tomorrow. So if you hear noises in the background tomorrow while I'm doing this, it's them. So Granddad will be looking after them while I do my thing. Their mum's a teacher, so she, even though it's school holiday, she has to work Tuesday, and then after that she's on holiday, I think. It's always difficult to know what to do with them though, because you know they're 5 years apart, my two. So I've got one who's 13 and one who's 8. And they have different interests. So the only common interest, of course, is their screens. What have I done here? Pay attention, Lorraine. Yeah, they both like their screens, but yeah. So we'll see. We might even go into Harvey Bay. They have one of these places where they play all sorts of, what's it called? Can't remember. They play all sorts of games there, and you know, I usually say to them, well, look, here's $50, go for it. Keeps them quiet for a while. They're happy. They get Macca's for lunch. All right, so I'm just going to pop this just here. And yes, I'm really pleased that I put that red on there. And now I'm going to put this one up, this flower up. And I'm done with that because there's just tiny bits on there now. I'm going to put that flower up. Oh, I might as well use them, I suppose. Look at all these packets, these ones I've got. I need to stick that into there first before I start to. So we'll stick this into here so that we can see some of the black. Try and twist it so that we get some of the black showing through as well. And then I'll put one of these onto the back here. So it's a good size one. So pull some of those petals up so we can see underneath as well as on top, but we don't want to see the white. And then I'm just going to put that down there next to that. Alrighty, so there is our card. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to is it this one? No, I'm just going to cut some leaves. So I was going to do one in gold and one in black. So I I'll just do that just to give it that little bit of... I didn't bring the other chair in today, so we're back to scraping. So we've got one gold. My desk's a bit of a mess here today. Although, I don't know if I said this, but the other day I was watching somebody and their desk was, oh my goodness, it was such a mess. And I sent a picture to Suzanne and said, hey, look, we thought our desks were messy. In comparison, our desks were just fine. I'm going to put another black one. Let's do another black one. This actually helps to cover and give that a bit more definition up the top there. Yes, I will, Roz. Yes, we do have McDonald's. I never go there because I don't like the stuff. Oh dear. All right, so then I might just put the three of those. For some reason I want, yeah, I'm going to put the three of those together and then stick them underneath. So I'm going to do my little stick them with tape trick. I don't want them spread out too far. I think that's probably about enough. And there's some new thread out, which is black and gold as well. See you, Glenda. Oh, did you? Gosh, I love beetroot on a hamburger. Not a hamburger without beetroot. All right, so this is just going to give it that little bit of pop. Hopefully I'm going to get this under here without... Let me lift that, put that under, and then put that back. I think that was probably the easiest way to do that. Red. So you don't have beetroot on your hamburgers, Kim? Oh, bye, Roz. Oh, no, Roz isn't going. Roz is staying. Glenda's saying bye, Roz. That's what happens when you're not watching it the whole time, isn't it? All righty. So now we're going to get the bling. Thank you for the reminder of the bling. Let's have a look at what we've got. And I'm thinking we have to really go red or black. And I don't have red or black, red or gold. Definitely don't have black, although we do have that fairly dark secret sea. But I'm thinking we've got those gold ones there. We do have the drusies, but the gold is more copper in that one. I'm actually waiting to put my order in, and then I'll have some more colors. But yeah, at the moment, I don't. All right, so I'm either thinking using these Secret Sea ones, the very, the dark ones in there, which will actually show up as Secret Sea, or go with the gold. You're not gone yet? No, I realize that. You think druzy? All right, let's grab the drusies. I thought they might have been a little bit too... Got a couple of those, but I don't know if I've got single ones. But if I remember rightly, Linda said the other day that you can actually separate them. I do have those if we wanted to go red, which might look good. I do have rhinestones, yes. It's funny because when I moved to Australia from England, like here, the beetroot in the tin is in, I think it's just in like a water, whereas we always used to have our beetroot. Mum used to cook up the beetroot and slice it up and what have you. And I mean, I've done it for years as well. And you put it into spiced vinegar. It has a whole different taste to it, to what the beetroot in the tins is like. Right, so we have, I can split these up. So I can split these apparently. Yeah, you can. So we've got those. We do have the drusies, so we could have the sparkle. We'll leave out the blue ones because I don't think that's right. And we've got the gold, which may be too much gold on gold. So what will we go with? Drusies for number 1, the reds for number 2, the gold for number 3, and we'll say number 4 if we want rhinestones. What do we think? Oh, put those back in there. Don't come out of there. Because it doesn't want to go back in. Oh, yes, it does. No, it doesn't. All right. Let me find rhinestones. There we got rhinestones. You eat pickled beetroot? Yeah. 2. So Holly says 2, the red ones. Sue says 1. So if I use 1, am I using the gold? I think, personally, I think the gold is it's a different gold. And I know that's probably being pedantic. And when I put it on there, it looks clear anyway. Let's see what these red ones look like. Staining. That's a bit, I might have to put, I'm just thinking these red ones now, looking at them, might be a bit small. Yeah, that's a bit small for the middle. Unless I put the collection in, the whole 3, picked it up and popped it in like that. That doesn't look too bad. It looks a little bit like stamens in the flower. Shall we go with we'll go with number 2. We'll go with the red for today. So that's 3. So now I've got to put 2 more on because I don't like. So we'll split those up and we'll put 1 there because I've got a mess. Not a mess, but. And we'll put 1 maybe just up here. How's that? Will that work? Will that do us for today? I think the rhinestones will look nice when we use silver. When I make pickled onions, I put them into, I always put pickled onions into spiced vinegar as well. Yes, Glenda, give it a try. Give it a try. Nope, that's those. So yeah, when I get my order through, whenever that might be, when I put it in, I suppose, I will get my other sparklies. I've lost a packet now. I'll just pop them in with that one for now. All right. So we've got that. How are we going for time? Oh, all right. So we've got that. Now basically all I've got is just something to pop on there. And that, see, you could also decorate up here. I'm going to have a bit of a play with these actually, because I quite like the you know, the way it sits and everything. So what have I got white in there? What I might do is just let's just do one of these little flowers. Probably do it in, I'll do it in cherry cobbler and just pop it in there. Need to try it first. Oh, goodness me. No paper around. It's unusual. I don't think I'd used this one. All right. So it's just a little flower in there. And we've got the centers, haven't we? So I'll do a little center. I should really do a leaf as well. I shouldn't have started this, should I? All right, let's take that off. Put a center. I will use Secret C because I want to try and keep in with the darker colors. This is going to be ridiculous on this huge, great big. Pop that on there. Oh, that looks a bit better. Pop that there. I don't think I'll worry with a leaf. I think I'll just leave it. I think it's supposed to go on the inside of one of the other flowers, but for now it can do exactly that. Okay, everyone, that today is my card. See you, Suzanne. No, and don't spill it on the floor either and have it splash all up the cupboards. I'll tell you, I dropped a whole jar of it one day and it just went everywhere. So this is today's card. So black, metallic with a dash of color. And that's the inside. We have room here to write our message and it stands up nicely like that. I actually quite like that. I think it's very easy to make. It's not difficult at all. And yeah, I love it. Really like that one. I might make a few. I can see that in all sorts of different colours. Alrighty, let me come back up to the top. There we go. Thank you, Marlene. Oh, you're welcome, Roz. I love it actually. When I first saw her doing it, I was like, do I like that? And then I thought, I do actually like that. I do. There's so much you can do with it. So yeah, I'll probably make a few more of those. That's what I love. I'm very much a black and red and gold person, but I also like black and pink. It has to be bright. You know, the color behind it has to be bright with the black. But I also like red and silver. So any of those colors together. Thank you, Debbie. That's lovely. And it's so lovely that everybody likes to share with each other and you know, gets on so well on here. I love it. I love watching the chatter. Debbie, I hope your mum starts to feel better soon. I don't like it when mum was here and she had that fall. I know she made a joke of it, but a couple of 3 days afterwards she was quite stiff and sore, and she's only just getting over it now, really. So it does, when they start to get that little bit older, it does take that little bit longer, doesn't it? Alrighty. Well, that's it from me. There's a few announcements in Stampin' Up, which I'll put my head into them and get them sorted out so that I can tell you about them tomorrow. Like I said, I will have my grandchildren with me tomorrow. I doubt they'll be in here. I'm crazy if I let them in here. I know the older one won't, the younger one might. You don't think so? Well, that's sad, Debbie. I'm so sorry to hear that. Um, it's never an easy time, is it? Alrighty, so I will go and I will see you all tomorrow. Yeah, grandchildren in tow or not. We'll see what happens. Okay, thank you all so much for joining me. If you haven't already, if you could subscribe, ring the little bell. If you're on Facebook, please, by all means, you know, like the page, follow the page, make a comment. And if there's anything that you'd like me to try, let me know, because I'm, you know, trying to come up with something every day does get a little bit hairy at times. Yes, I think we're all thinking of you, Debbie, and we're all sending out our prayers and you know, good vibes. So alrighty, I'm off and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.